Hello, this is me Iramgul and you are watching Chem Tracks by IGM. Let's start with the properties of amino acids. The properties of each amino acid are mainly dictated by the side chain because in our previous lecture we have stated that side chain of every amino acid is different. So side chain can vary in size, shape, charge, reactivity and ability to hydrogen bond. The amino acids are grouped according to the properties of their side chain. For example, amino acid with nonpolar or hydrophobic OR group, aliphatic and aromatic amino acids are categorized under this group. The first six amino acids like glycine, alanine, methionine, valine, leucine, and isoleucine, proline are aliphatic in nature. Glycine is smallest. Glycine and alanine are too small to have a hydrophobic effect. Methionine is a sulfur containing amino acid. Valine, leucine, and isoleucine are considerably hydrophobic. So their properties are also hydrophobic in nature. Aromatic amino acids like phenylalanine, tryptophan, and tyrosine are aromatic in nature. They contain aromatic side chain, and aromatic side chain mean they also contain hydrophobic or non-polar carbon chain in their structure. They are specifically absorbed at 80 nanometer, thus from the basis of quantitative estimation of protein by ultraviolet or UV method. Next, amino acid with a polar but uncharged R group. These are the sulfur containing amino acid like cysteine, um, that is CYS is the symbol for cysteine, 2 hydroxyl containing serine and threonine, and amide containing asparagine or glutamine. One typical amino acid like proline is also found in this category. Because of its cyclic structure, it leads to the bending of protein chain. Proline is an amine and usually it is in nitrogen atom present in its cyclic chain or cyclic structure. Cysteine is also involved in the intermolecular disulfide bond called cysteine with the other cysteine of the polypeptide chain. These disulfide bonds are only covalent bond beside peptide bond in the protein and impart stability to the protein structure. Serine and threonine have side chains which can hydrogen bond to water or other groups on neighboring macromolecules. Asparagine and glutamine or amide of acidic amino acid, aspartic acid, and glutamic acid. There are also some polar positively charged amino acid like lysine and arginine and histidine are considered as basic hydrophilic since they contain basic side chain group that will have a positive charge at pH 7.4. There are also some amino acids that are polar and negatively charged amino acid. They are basically acidic because they contain extra acid group that is negatively charged. Like aspartic acid and glutamic acid are considered acidic hydrophilic since they contain acidic side chain group that will have a negative charge at pH 7.4. Peptide bond. Basically, protein chains are held together by peptide bonds, which are simply amide linkages between alpha amino acid and carboxylic group of alpha amino and carboxylic group of neighboring amino acid. It means peptide bond is basically bond between one amino and one carboxylic group of two neighboring amino acids. Amino acids linked through peptide bonds forms polypeptide. Their molecular weights are expressed in Dalton, and 1 Dalton is equal to 1 AMU or atomic mass unit. Each peptide chain has two free ends, the amino terminus or N terminus that contain nitrogen as a terminal atom or terminal group, which is on the left, and the carboxylic terminus or C terminal, which is on the right. The peptide chain is represented from N terminal to C terminal, and the sequence of amino acid is written in the three letter abbreviation like this is the N terminal. So here is N, then methionine, serine, tyrosine, cysteine, valine, and lysine, alanine, and this is the C terminus. So N terminus is on the right side and C terminus on the left side. The peptide bond itself is rigid and thus not free to rotate. This rigidity leads to only a definite possible conformation or three-dimensional structure of protein molecule or protein structure. This is basically the conformation of peptide bond, and peptide contain nitrogen in the middle of nitrogen and carbon. This is the bond between nitrogen and carbon. The peptide bond is rigid. It has partial double bond character because double bond can't rotate around its axis. It's just similar to the double bond. Peptide bond is also rigid and it can't rotate about its axis. And the other bonds, peptide bonds in the backbone, they are free to rotate like a single bond. They can easily rotate. The amide tautomerism or cause bond have double. This is basically the two different tautomers or two different isomers of one structure or one one amino acid. This is basically if there is no any hydrogen and there is only oxygen with the carboxylic carbon showed by the double bond oxygen. When this carboxylic carbon is or when there is a protonated amino acid, so the single bond. So these are basically the amide tautomerism that causes the bond to have double bond or pi character. There are some biologically important peptides. One is glutathione, a tripeptide which prevents oxidative damage to RBCs or red blood cells. Tripeptide mean there are three peptide bonds in the structure of glutathione. Vasopressin or oxytocin, a nanopeptide hormone causing rise in blood pressure by constricting the peripheral blood vessels and contraction of smooth muscles, respectively. Next is gramicidine, a circular decapeptide used as an antibiotic. Decapeptide means there are 10 peptide bonds. Aspartame, it is an artificial sweetener. It is a tripeptide widely used as an artificial sweetener. So this is the some properties of amino acid based on their side chain or R group.